Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw, and we have Rhinebeck's homecoming game against Tuckahoe. Both teams are 1-1. Rhinebeck coming off a win against Pine Plains, and Tuckahoe coming off a 7-point loss to powerhouse Dobbs Ferry. And Elijah, this is a Rhinebeck team that beat Pine Plains, who was 1-0, and they were 0-1 entering last week, and they won pretty handily.
Yeah.
And Pedro Cueto had 5 touchdowns last week, and he's been lining up as quarterback, even though he's naturally a running back.
Right.
So he should be a player to watch in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Tuckahoe, if they can contain Cueto, they might have a chance to win this game. But Cueto, he's a force, offensively and defensively. So the key to the game is definitely Cueto.
And Tuckahoe's defense gave up 34 points to Dobbs last week, so they'll need to improve on that if they want to stop Cueto, as Elijah said. We'll be back next with the opening kickoff here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Play fast and hard. Let's go. Tuckahoe Captain, this is your referee for this afternoon. It's Mr. Raymond.
All right, guys. Thank you. This is Mr. Michaels. He'll be behind the defense. I'll be behind the offense.
Good luck, Ryan.
All right. As captains, you guys have the privilege of being out here for the coin toss, and with it comes responsibility. When we have penalties and we need administration, we're going to look for you guys. Also, if we have problems with some of your teammates, we're going to look for you guys as leaders to get them under control. Okay? Everybody hear that out loud and understand that. Part of the tradition is the coin toss. Visitors call it head and tail. All right? Call it head and tail. I'm going to throw it and catch it. If I drop it, we're doing it over again. Before I do that, what's your choice? He calls tails, and it is heads. So that means the home team has won the toss. You have choices. You can choose to receive, you can choose to defer, you can choose to kick. What's your choice? Okay, which goal would you like to play? All right, you guys slide that way, you guys slide this way. Home team turn around, face your opponents. Home team has won the toss and selected to receive. All right, wish each other luck and bring those squads out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rhinebeck High School welcomes you to the 2017 homecoming football game between the visiting Tigers of Tuckahoe High School and your Rhinebeck Black Cats.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw, and it'll be Rhinebeck who won the toss and they elected to receive. As kicking off for Tuckahoe will be Jack Philippe. And back deep to return is Cueto.
You're going to have to watch Cueto.
Yeah, that's true, Elijah, because last week against Pine Plains, first play of the game, and they'll keep it away from Cueto. They watched the game tape. Tuckahoe had coach filming last week, and it'll be taken by up the middle, and it'll be to the 45, so they kept it away from Cueto, but instead it's taken by Tyler Simon, who's back there, along with Mike Colasanti and Cueto. And last week, as Elijah was saying, he returned it 65 yards on the opening kickoff, did Cueto.
Yeah,
so
big touchdown saving tackle by Deron Williams, number 9 from Tuckahoe.
Huge, as that'll be a 20. He took it about the 30 because it was squibbed and fielded it, so it's a 24-yard return. And if it wasn't for that tackle, it would have been a 6.
Definitely.
It would have been back-to-back weeks. Rhinebeck would have returned a kick for a touchdown on the opening play of the game.
Wow.
since Cueto did it last week. Cueto under center, hands off to Simon, and Tuckahoe gang tackles him.
He's stuffed.
Big time. We know from the opening kickoff they did their homework because they kicked it right and squibbed it, and so Cueto couldn't field it. I remember last week at the Pike Plains game they had one coach here filming, and so
I'm looking to see if Tuckahoe can get their defensive ends to get up the field, to cut off those lanes for Cueto and the running backs. Then the linebackers fill those holes.
They did on that play.
Yeah, definitely.
They five guys combined to tackle him. He'll hand it off quickly, and that'll get a couple yards for Simon, at least 5, 6. So it'll be 3rd and 5 on the 40.
Looks like Rodneck is trying to set up Tuckahoe for a sweep right now. Couple carries up the middle. Looks like they're trying to set him up for a sweep. Let's see what happens this play.
So it'll be 3rd and about 5 from the 41. Have the 36 for a first down in Tuckahoe's territory is Ryneck. Cueto under center. Simon right behind him.
Watch the play act.
We have the late off. Are there offsides?
Prior to the snap, we have a
Offside.
on the offense.
I think it was on. Yeah, it was offsides on Evan Falco, who just came in the game at wide receiver, and that'll move him back 5 yards. So it'll be a 3rd and 10. That's a big penalty.
Definitely.
Falco just came
Look
in
for
the
a
game.
pass on this 3rd down play.
Team that doesn't pass that much, but they do occasionally.
Yeah.
They passed about 4 or 5 times last week, and definitely a passing situation. Under center though, they have the 3 running backs. Simon right behind Cueto, and he'll get it, and he'll get through 1 or 2 guys, and he'll go almost to the first down marker. That'll make it about. We'll get there. Marking down early and a late.
Strong
hit.
Run by Tyler Simon.
A late flag. I think it was against Tuckahoe,
10 yards, however, there is a flag down.
because he was looking right at the Tuckahoe player, Napolitano. Of course, the one player, 69, is not on the roster, but
Rodneck has a nice little buzz going on around here. Homecoming weekend.
unsportsmanlike.
On the field is an unsportsmanlike
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I think the player was already down and Napolitano came onto the pile. You can't do that. So that's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and that is really bad, Elijah.
Yeah, definitely.
First down.
Lacking discipline.
Yeah, as the game progresses over the years, the main thing about football is the safety of the players. So we're going to see that flag every time.
Does it look like he came in late and the running back Simon was already down and he was about the third or fourth tackler in there, and that's what was the penalty.
Yeah, big penalty. Gave him a first down.
And it would have been 4th and 2. Instead, it's 1st and 10, and then another good stop by Tuckahoe. It'll be 2nd and 10. That one went for nothing. First run for Colasanti. And lost 2 yards.
13, Mike Colasanti. Play goes for a short loss. It'll bring up second down.
2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the Tuckahoe 27 with Cueto behind center.
They've yet to use Cueto. Cueto hasn't got one carry.
As the quarterback, right? They haven't done anything.
That changes now.
Right. As soon as you say it, he gets one and stays on his feet, and they're all over it. As he gets about 4 or 5 yards, and he got hit hard there.
Yeah, you can tell they're definitely focused in on Cueto.
He gets 4 yards, 4 or 5. So it'll be 3rd and 8 from the Tuckahoe 23 as they're in 4-down territory. Because kicker can't make this field goal. Would be about a 40-yarder. So.
Yeah, especially high school football, right?
Yeah. I don't see their kicker on the sidelines either. Kenny Soriano, so we'll see who attempts the field goal.
Cueto's off.
And there's Cueto, and he's tackled, but we have a flag on the play. He was tackled by Jalen LeBoy. That was a nice play
great
by
tackle,
LeBoy. Holding, maybe? Yeah, it was. It looks like it was holding.
Yeah.
And it is. Illegal block in the back, a hold. They got to decline it because, well, it would be 4th and 3 if they decline, or if they accept it, it would be 3rd
You got to
and
take
9.
that. You got to take your chances.
Oh no, but because it's a legal block in the back, it's automatic 10 yards. It's not from the spot. Okay. So it'll be 3rd and 13. Yeah, you got to accept that. Because it would have been a 4th and 3, which is definitely doable. But now it's a 3rd and 12. We'll see what Rhinebeck can dial up here from the Tuckahoe 26. You got to get to the 15. 3rd and 11.
Wing T formation.
In motion is Colasanti, and instead they hand off to Galern. And Ben Galern's first carry goes for 2 yards. Back to the line of scrimmage will be 4th and 10. And they're on the Tuckahoe 25. Like we said, it's about 41, 42, way out of range. And they're going for it, obviously. 4th and 10 with 7:50 to go as first drive of the game for Rhinebeck.
Let's look for a sweep from Rhinebeck right about now. They've been running up the middle just about every play. Let's see if they're trying to bait them into a big play.
Sweep or play action or pass could be good as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't passed yet. You've had about 12 plays.
Right.
They haven't passed yet. Instead, they do that sweep. A pitch to Simon is short, so they'll be stopped. They'll get 5 yards to the 20, so Tuckahoe will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. So it is a good drive for the Tuckahoe defense.
Definitely. Big stop by Tuckahoe.
So Rhinebeck started on their own 45 and they got to the 20, but they're stopped there on 4th and 10. So we'll see this Tuckahoe offense get to work for the first time. Quarterback is captain, senior, 6'1", 220, Matt Annunziata. Good size for a high school quarterback.
Yeah, let's see what Tuckahoe coach Tom Itry has in up his sleeve for this drive. First drive of the game.
So 1st and 10 for their own 20, and they hand it off. And making something out of nothing there is the running back, Deron Williams. Actually, he's the wide receiver. He came around for the sweep. And he almost got a first down. A little nifty play there by Coach Itry.
Yeah. Seems like he's trying to get the defense spread it out and attack those gaps.
He got everything but the first down. He got about 9 3/4. So he'll be 2nd in inches. Where the marker is basically on the spot.
Yeah.
And they got shotgun, no one in the backfield. Interesting to see this Tuckahoe offense. A nice pass there. That'll be a first down to Alex Williams. Williams on a block. That'll be a block on Darren Williams. If it's coming back.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a flag on the play. So.
Oh, he fumbled.
He did fumble out of bounds. Okay. But there was a block against Williams.
He's hurt.
So Darren Williams on the illegal block on Alex Williams, and then Alex Williams gets severely hurt at the end of the play. That's not good.
Yeah, he's down.
Why can't you? That's terrible. There's a flag on the play. They should have blown it dead. If the official blew that dead, the guy doesn't get hurt. That's bad. Really. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw. And very crazy play there, Elijah. The 2 penalties, unsportsmanlike at the 45, and an illegal block in the back.
Yeah, let's hope Alex Williams is okay.
Right, that was a nice play by Alex Williams, and at the end of the play, a play that was coming back, they didn't blow it dead. I mean, it's crazy.
That takes them back to about the 14-yard line.
Darren Williams had the illegal block in the back. Not sure who had the unsportsmanlike conduct, but their second unsportsmanlike conduct in the first 5.5 minutes. And running with it is the quarterback. Actually, no. Yeah, the quarterback kept that. That was Matt Annunziata.
Tuckahoe carry by number 8, Matt
But
Annunziata.
that's a big loss for Tuckahoe.
Yeah, big tackle by Tyler Simon.
4 yards.
For Williams, because he looked good on that play. Alex Williams, the wide receiver. That was like a screen pass. He got 40 yards, albeit after an illegal block.
Yeah, reverse field, Reggie Bush style, and made something out of nothing.
And then at the very end of the play, he got a hit where he hurt his leg, and he's on the table and at first it looked like he could have broke his leg, but he was able to walk.
Yeah.
So he might have just sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
As that one will be thrown, Annunziata up the middle, and Tuckahoe will get a first down and more. That is Jalen LeBoy. Jalen LeBoy all the way to midfield, where he's finally tackled by Gennaro Bianco. And the defensive back Ben Galern.
Yeah, big play by the 6 foot, 150-pound boy. Broke a couple tackles and once again made something out of nothing.
And that was a short pass there from Annunziata, about a 5-yard pass up the middle, and it'll be a first down as that was 3rd down and 11. If they don't make that, they got a punt. And we will have timeout Rhineck. Coach Iannello doesn't like that play, so he'll discuss it with his defense. We'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports, 5:37 to go, 0-0. 1st and 10, 4:59 to go, and Coach Iannello didn't like what he saw from his defense in that 3rd and 11 as Annunziata's pass to LeBoy, as they'll pass again with Tuckahoe, and they'll air it out with Annunziata's arm, and it'll be nowhere near Justin Lee, but the two different types of offenses. Rhineck runs a lot, and Tuckahoe has thrown a lot for their Class D, which is the lowest level. They've been Class D for years, so they automatically play in the championship game of Class D, unless they change this year. But for class size against Haldane, and usually at this level, you don't see this much throwing.
Yeah, let's see if Tuckahoe can get something up the middle on this play.
And they will go to the side, though, on a sweet pass and snuffed out from the beginning by the captain, Francisco Branca, and he had a lot of tackles last week. We interviewed him after the game, and he once again had a big tackle there, as that's a loss of 5. As that play, I think that was LeBoy who came around on the sweep. Yeah, LeBoy took that.
Yeah.
On the sweep, reverse sweep. Interesting play call, but a definite passing situation here.
Fast-paced spread offense by Tuckahoe.
5 wide. And Annunziata will air it out again and nearly intercepted. Intercepted by Luke Pusella, assisted by Mike Colasante. So the linebacker, Luke Pusella, gets a rare interception as it hit off the hands of Mike Colasante and deflected up in the air. And then the linebacker, Pusella, was able to get the deflection, and he returned it 5 yards to their own 48, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, huge play by Rhineck. Huge.
And definitely a huge play by Colasante to get his arms on it and then deflect it up. It looked like he had the interception, but after he popped it up in the air, it was then taken by Pusella. So the sophomore gets the assist, but in the books it'll count as a 6-yard return on the interception for the linebacker, Luke Pusella. And Cueto will air it out for the first time, and it's just past Simon.
Cueto's patting his chest. My bad. He knows that could have been a big play.
Right, if he threw it right to him, Simon could have got 10, 15 more yards, but even if he a little more in, it would have almost been a first down. Because the momentum with Simon, it would have probably took him to the ground and he would have stopped, but they would have got a first down at the most likely.
Go Rhineck!
Tuckahoe's defense is playing strong this game.
So far, they had some good stands and they stopped. They definitely watched the film and knew a couple of the running tendencies. As we'll have a run to Simon again, and he'll get 3-4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 6. Simon getting a lot more carries than he did last week. It was more Cueto and.
Yeah, let's look for Coach Iannello to open up the playbook a little bit. He's not getting too much out of his offense right now. Let's see if he delves a little deeper into his playbook.
That is a running first playbook, as they don't throw too much. Last week, I think we had 3 or 4 passes, including a touchdown pass to it. Cueto threw it, I think, to it was Galern. No, actually, he threw it to a Matt Cortararo, number 88, the tight end.
Prior to the snap, we have a false start against the Black Hats.
False start.
That will result in a 5-yard
another penalty before, remember, on 3rd and 5.
Right.
They had it, and it made it 3rd and 10 on that offsides. And now they have a false start here, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
The number 1 drive killer. Penalties.
Indeed.
Let's see if they can make up for it here.
They get stopped right here. They will punt most likely, but as Cueto on the keeper, right? A design keeper, and he gets 5 make it 7. He gets to make it about a 4th and 5 now from the Tuckahoe 47.
Yeah, Tuckahoe's doing a great job of containing Cueto so far, and Simon as well. Simon's a force too.
They'll punt. No, they'll go.
No, they're punting.
No, they'll punt. But I think Quartaro was the punter last week. No, he was. Excuse me, he was. Matt Quartaro, they are punting, and he will punt it. And off the side of his foot, let's see where they mark it. They will mark it.
And Segura doesn't get a chance at that one.
No, they're still marking it. They'll mark it down at the 23. That helped Rhinebeck a little because it looked like they could have marked it maybe at the 27, 28. Instead, it's the 23. Coach Ianello wanted a little more, but that was generous. So it'll be 1st and 10, Tuckahoe, and that defense you talked about looked good again from Tuckahoe.
Yeah, Tuckahoe's defense is playing strong this game, containing Cueto, Simon. Let's see if they can keep it up. The offense hasn't really moved the ball too much, but we'll see what they have up their sleeve for this drive.
Especially since they gave up, 14 points is nothing. I mean, they gave it up to a team out of region, Ellenville.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Section 9 or what's Pine Plains is Section 9, who Rhinebeck beat, but they also gave up 34 to a good Dobbs Ferry team last week. So it'll be a keeper on the fake. Annunziata will get the 1st down and more, so he'll get about 15 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 Tuckahoe from their own 39 on the 15-yard run from Annunziata as he faked the handoff to Williams, and then he took it himself.
Yeah, strong run by Matt Annunziata. He's a big quarterback. Looks more like a linebacker.
Yeah, as we said, he's
6'1", 220.
And Annunziata will fake it to Williams again, and this time handoff for the first time today, number 42, Rob DeLeo, the fullback. Not many times list the fullback. He's 5'6", 180.
Tuckahoe continue to go with the fast pace.
The no huddle, basically.
Yeah.
2nd and 6 from their own 44, and the pass on Annunziata is high, but a nice play to get up by Eric Segura, taken down by Evan Falco and Pedro Peter Cueto, but it will be a 1st down. Nice catch there by Eric Segura.
As long as Tuckahoe doesn't have any penalties or make any mistakes, they're moving the ball. They just have to execute once they get in the red zone.
A little high on the pass was Annunziata, but Segura was ready for it, and he climbed up.
Probably could have got some more yards if it was a better throw. Nonetheless.
That pass and the pressure by Cueto can't take down his counterpart, and Annunziata will run with it for a 1st down, and he'll lose the ball out of bounds, so it'll stay with
and a flag on the play.
On the far sideline.
Late hit?
Possibly. In that area, I mean, I don't think it would be a holding out there. Let's see their call, though.
Referees are discussing it.
Try to watch that.
I'm gonna guess personal foul.
A lot. Whatever. They haven't
discussion
signaled
by
yet.
the referees.
I know. A lot longer than usual.
Yeah.
I think he's asking but if it was unnecessary roughness, it would be after, they would be added on to the run.
An indication is a personal foul against Tuckahoe.
Wow. A personal foul, that's bad.
Against Tuckahoe.
Yeah, what was, so instead of unnecessary, they've had unnecessary roughness twice, right? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Another drive killer, penalties. Tuckahoe's moving the ball, but those penalties and those turnovers will kill you.
After the 15-yard mark-off for the penalty, it'll bring up 1st down and 14.
But it was after they got the 1st down, so it stays a 1st down, and now it's a 15-yard penalty, so Tuckahoe will have 1st and 15 from their own 47 instead of 1st and 10 from the Rhineck 39. And Annunziata will be taken down, and a fumble after the fact is blown down. Cueto with the, call it, well, no, it can't be a sack. It's at the line of scrimmage, so we'll call it a tackle by Pedro Peter
Tackle
Cueto.
for a loss. Cueto's doing it on both sides of the ball. Let's see if he can get his offense going once he gets back on at quarterback.
So it's just 1st and 15 now. It's 2nd and 15.
The defensive ends for Rhineck are really getting up the field and playing an excellent game. Number 68, Joseph Jucom.
That brings us to the conclusion of the first quarter.
Number 51, Francesco Branca.
Yeah, Branca playing another great game last year. The two captains. So the end of the first quarter, as at Rhineck, the officials keep it on field so that it's not really sunk up with the clock. But end of the first quarter, nonetheless, and we have a shutout on both sides, 0-0 here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw. Our cameramen are Rob Moretti, who's also LMC Varsity Sports producer, Kevin Duarte, and Chris Lavinia. And Tuckahoe will be
Offsides on Rhineck.
right after the start of the second quarter. That's not good.
Smart move by Tuckahoe though, going with the hard count right out the end of the quarter, at the start of the quarter, caught him off guard.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 as opposed to 2nd and 15 following the penalty, and Annunziata will air it out. And it'll be incomplete. It looked like he kept that in his gut, but instead the official says it was incomplete. It was very close. Well, I'm sure Rob got a clear angle of it, and we'll check the replay.
Yeah, near interception by Cueto.
It looked like it was. I mean, I know when he came down, he bobbled it a little, and then he kept it on him.
Yeah,
but it didn't look like it hit. It was very close, though.
Yeah.
Depending on the play for the Black Cats, number 8, Pedro Cueto.
That looked like a catch.
It did. It definitely looked like a catch.
It was very close. Yeah, it bounced off his chest, and it was there. We'll have the replay, hopefully. Rob's got to have it. So it'll be 3rd and 10 instead of Rhineck ball.
Another chance.
Catch! And that'll be a Tuckahoe touchdown. So instead of an interception, it is a Tuckahoe touchdown. 49 yards for Darren Williams.
Yeah, Deron Williams.
Deron Williams, Matt Annunziata, 49-yard pass as he just beat his man on the far side, and he'll get the touchdown. And it'll be 6-0, and it could have possibly been an interception the play before.
Yeah. Let's see if I think it's kind of hurting Rhineck without having Cueto on that side of the field. That's their best defensive player and best offensive player. So.
And Williams is the best receiver.
Yeah.
Well, Alex Williams was too, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
But Deron Williams. And they'll go for 2, and Annunziata will power,
strong run,
but be stopped by the Rhineck defense, so it's no good. So Tuckahoe elects to go for 2 and fails, stopped by Zach Gibbs.
Following the touchdown by number 9, Darren.
Cueto was in on there too. So we'll be right back, 6-0, Tuckahoe. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, it is 6-0 Tuckahoe following the touchdown and going for 2. 11:43 left here, and they'll squib it again, this time shorter, and they'll have to get it, and Falco won't be able to, but then Cueto comes up, and it looks like he got it. Falco wasn't able, it went through his hands, but Cueto was lurking near him and was able to make the play, so a huge play by Peter Cueto to come, really he was returning it deep. Wasn't as deep because he thought they might squib again, but he was able to run in and make it as Falco slowed him down and wasn't able to get it. So they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 31, and by squibbing it, Rhineck has okay field position.
Yeah, let's see if Coach Ianello tries to attack those 7 and 8 holes with some sweeps, get the defense a little off balance.
Yes, shows stuff that they didn't show last week as they were scouting them, and they came prepared for the
Offense
defense.
definitely needs some positivity right now.
As you said, the Tuckahoe defenses look pretty good, and they have.
Linebackers are filling the holes perfectly.
They had their back against the walls. They started on their own 46 last series, or to start the game did Rhinebeck, as that one goes out of bounds by Simon for 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from their own, actually 2nd and 7 from their own 34. A lot of repetitive plays with these runs to Simon, though. They got to mix it up a little.
Yeah. Let's see if Coach Iannello tries to pass the ball a little bit. I know that that's not their forte, but let's see if they can catch him off guard. It's obvious that Tuckahoe watched the film and is prepared. So let's see if they can, do something.
Well, now it's possible because he's in shotgun and nobody's behind him. The 3 guys sped to the right. And
timeout.
Coach Iannello didn't like what he saw. So 2nd timeout already taken by Rhinebeck, 10:53 to go. 2nd and 7 here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, following the 2nd timeout of the half already for Rhinebeck. Just 1 timeout left. And it'll be Cueto on the keeper, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. So
and those linebackers are filling the gaps. Tuckahoe's defense is on their A game today.
3rd and 7 as they did their homework, Elijah.
Yeah.
Did that defense as they've looked very good. They look like almost the Mamaroneck defense we saw last night and the game before this telecast, as Mamaroneck only gave up 2 points on a safety, and so the defense had a game shutout.
Yeah, the corners for Tuckahoe are playing great as well.
Yeah, as Mamaroneck
football.
Yeah, they are. As Mamaroneck won that game 10-2. The corners, they've had to make tackles, although they haven't really had any. I think there was 1 pass they defended, 2 actually, and a short swing pass. I don't understand this. On 3rd and 7, and Tuckahoe got it from the start. So Colasante taken down for a loss. They'll lose 5 yards on the pass. So that's the first completion for Rhinebeck too, because the other pass was long of Simon.
If that even counts as a completion, since it was behind the line of scrimmage.
It does count. I think it does count as a completion. So he's 1 of 2 for -5 yards.
Right.
So they'll punt here. Partone after his last punt.
Let's see if they try a fake right here.
Be a tough spot if they don't get it though.
Yeah.
And Tuckahoe looks like they would be ready, and they just smartly punted away, and it'll be low, winding, and fielded by the wide receiver / punt returner and kick returner Eric Segura at the 35. He's got it at the 45. He's ripped down and he's still on his feet, and then finally tackled after the initial stop by Joseph Jukum. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 44 for Tuckahoe with 9:15 to go.
Strong return by number 1, Eric Segura for Tuckahoe.
And then he wasn't down, but initially it looked like he wasn't. Credit Jukum for staying with it, and usually if a guy escapes a tackle, the tackler, stops.
Yeah,
but Jukum to lay the hit on him, and just a 9-yard return. But it was a good 9-yard punt return for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's Rhinebeck's homecoming. Let's see if they can get a big stop to, swing the momentum back in their favor.
They'll definitely get the ball again in this half, but they got it to receive to start the game. So Tuckahoe's gonna get it to start it, and double reverse here for the Tigers, and they will be stopped at behind the line by Simon. So that was
snuffed that one out.
Darren Williams flipped to Peter Gherkin, who came around, and he was stopped for a 3-yard loss.
Tuckahoe still going with their style of spreading them out and trying to get them off balance. Counter plays, misdirections, and attack those 6 and 5 holes.
And a bad snap, and Nunziata will just take it. And
Big one.
I don't think that was the design play, Elijah, because I think it was supposed to be a sweep to Williams, but when it was a bad snap, he just took it, and really smart play by Annunziata.
Yes.
Because I think it was going to be a sweep to Darren Williams, and when he came by, and basically, he didn't stiff arm his teammate, but he basically put up an arm to be like, I'm taking it myself.
That's what you need from your quarterback position. Someone that can think quick.
And they'll fake it to him, and he'll get the first down just by about 2 yards as Simon takes him down. So Annunziata runs for combined 16 yards on 2 plays in a row.
Yeah, Tuckahoe is really attacking that 6 hole. Maybe they see a weak spot in the defense somewhere over there. Also running away from Cueto and Simon.
So in the backfield will be the fullback, DeLeo, who will get the fake, and they'll pass to Williams and stop by Falco initially, and then taken down
by Cueto.
Tuckahoe catch was complete. However, the play results in a short loss.
Actually, that's Philippe Danza,
Oh, okay.
number 9. No, you're right, Cueto. Excuse me. Yeah. Cueto's all over the field, though.
Yeah,
He's
he's
lined up
everywhere.
over there. But Falco slowed him down. Initially looked like he got him, and then did Williams.
It's like a blitz.
And they'll fake and they'll throw once again. Annunziata airs it out to Falco, nearly intercepted by him. But Gherkin goes through Falco, and then Gherkin can't make the tough catch, so it'll be 3rd and 11.
Number 2, Evan Falco.
Big good play by Falco. Could have had an interception right there, but broke up the pass.
And a huge play here, 3rd and 11 for both teams.
Yeah. Probably a little bigger for Ryneck.
Definitely, but big for Tuckahoe to get some separation here. Is if they can get a first down here and then carry it into a touchdown, they can take a big 13-0 lead in this first half.
Screen pass.
Big screen pass, and it'll be a first down to Gherkin, and he has more. Gherkin at the 15, and he's finally wrestled down by Cueto and Colasanti, so it'll be 1st and 10. First catch of the game for Gherkin, and it's a huge one as it goes for 25 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Ryneck 13, and a deflating play as we can hear it take the little life out of this Ryneck crowd.
Yeah, great play call though by Tom Itry. Called the screen pass, caught the defense off balance, got a big gain.
And Gherkin listed as a running back, but he's been playing wide receiver. And fullback will carry a couple of guys. That is DeLeo, and he'll get close to the first down marker. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the Ryneck 5, as the go is the 3 or the 4.
Yeah.
So if they can get 1st and goal, it'll be from the 2.
Yeah, Tuckahoe making big plays without Alex Williams as well, one of the main targets.
He had a pass that got called back on 2 penalties and then got hurt at his leg. Offsides on Ryneck, so that'll be a first down so it'll be 1st and goal from the 2, and Coach Ianello can't believe it. And another couple of costly penalties for Ryneck in this one.
Yeah.
The small ones, a couple offsides and a false start as well, but they've come in bad spots.
Yeah, these penalties are coming off just discipline.
And they're adding up. And it'll be a keeper and a touchdown for Annunziata. So a 2-yard touchdown run for Matt Annunziata. He had a 49-yard touchdown pass to Deron Williams for their first touchdown, and now he has a 2-yard quarterback keeper, TD. So he has 2 throwing touchdown and a running touchdown, and it's 12-0. Don't know if they have a kicker because they're going for 2 again. 12-0. Annunziata gets the snap. He's blitzed. He floats it out, and a great catch by DeLeo, and it's good for a 2-point conversion. So what hands by the big fella, Nick DeLeo, 5'6", 180. A 3-yard touchdown pass on the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-0. We'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports as Ryneck has a big hole to get out of. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 14-0, and Jack Philippe will kick off. They squib pick twice. Let's see if they do it again, and they do. They want to keep it away from Cueto, and they will, as it'll be taken by Falco before Cueto, and Falco will take it to the 35. So if it got past him, Cueto would have fielded it. But
let's see if Ryneck can get some momentum going on offense.
CM3909 in a white Jeep.
The defense has been holding up as much as they could, but when your offense doesn't move the ball, it just constantly puts you in bad spots.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ryneck on their own 36. Best field position. They started a drive since they the start of the game when it was on the 45 following the return by Simon. So we'll see what Cueto is. This is a big drive here. Is you got to try and answer with a touchdown of your own. So you're being shut out already as they flip to Galern, but that defense has been good all day. And once again, Galern just to the line of scrimmage. He gets 1 yard, if that.
Rhinebeck could be so much more effective if they had a down the field threat. The safeties for Tuckahoe are playing up so far because they know it's a run-heavy offense, so they're just filling the gaps. Let's see if Cueto can air it out.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers with Cueto under center. And he will fake it and run for 3 yards. So it'll be now 3rd and
carrying the play by number 8, Pedro
7. 3rd and 6 or 7.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
That would have been better on. That would be a good play on 1st down because you make it 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6. But now you still got to get 6, 7 yards. If not, you have to punt again.
See if Cueto can get a carry on this play, get his team the 1st down. Get it in Simon's hands.
Maybe pass
See if he
again.
can make a play.
See, go. Although the passing game really hasn't worked. I mean, you've only done it twice.
Yeah.
One was incomplete. And the other one's complete for a loss.
Simon.
You get it to Simon, but you stop him at the momentum. Got him at the
28, Tyler Simon.
4th and
3 yards. It'll bring up 4th down.
3. And they're gonna go for it, which
Yeah, I think they have no choice right about now.
since it's 4th and 3, it's the
still
4-minute
early,
warning. Since the clock is kept on the field, there's a 4-minute warning in high school football, or when the clock is kept by the official on the field.
4-minute warning for the first
So
half.
4 minutes
At
ago
this
in the
time,
first.
we would ask Brian Pinnell and his family to please make their way down to the track for today's Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Again, Brian
Cueto's
Pinnell and
lined
family,
up to
please make
punt.
your way down to the track.
We haven't seen him punt, although last week he was the punter. Last week he did punt once.
Yeah, let's look for a possible fake right here with Cueto back there.
Yeah. Cordero was the punter twice, and one of the punts was decent. Cueto will punt it, and it'll be high hang time near the Tuckahoe players, and it'll be fielded by the Tigers, and getting about 2 yards was Reed Martin.
Let's see if Rhinebeck's defense can make a big stop before halftime and get the ball back in, get a possible score. It's their homecoming. Let's see if they can have a little pride in themselves.
For the Tigers from their own 35-yard line.
3:39. The defense need a turnover here, or at least a 3 and out.
Yeah. Maybe Rhinebeck's defense is going to have to make a big play, get a score.
Turnover.
Yeah.
Or a 3 and out.
Okay, but don't say that term. That's so fucked up.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for Annunziata, who already has 2 touchdowns, a 2-yard keeper and a throwing touchdown of 49 yards to Deron Williams. And he'll hand off in a reverse and a back to Annunziata. Triple reverse, and it's picked off by Falco. So the freshman Evan Falco with the crazy play there.
Yeah.
3 reverses, and then the 3rd reverse went back to Annunziata, who got hit with it and just threw it away and threw it really high up in the air, and Falco tracked it like an outfielder and caught it easily and then was hit right away. So the turnover they needed, they got.
Exactly. There's the big play we were just talking about. So let's see if Rhinebeck can turn it into 6.
Not the play call. An interesting play call for Tuckahoe.
Yeah, definitely. They run a lot of trickery, a lot of misdirection. It's been working for them so far, but that time it was snuffed out by Rhinebeck.
So interesting, following the turnover, we'll have Tuckahoe's first timeout. They have 2 left and Rhinebeck has 1. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports, 3:28. Let's see if Rhinebeck can use the momentum from that interception here and get on the board.
Right next standout, Ryan Pinnell.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 3:28 to go, and a huge change there as following the punt. Tuckahoe had 1st and 10, and they did a 3 reverse that eventually went back to the quarterback as they initiate the run to Simon and then try to fake it to sell it, but he gets about 3-4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7. And on that play, they got an interception. It was a floating pass thrown by Annunziata, by Evan Falco.
Yeah, big play by Evan Falco and defense.
The freshman.
Yeah. Oh, freshman. Wow.
One of only 5 freshmen and one that gets the most
plays.
significant playing time. Actually 6 freshmen.
See if Ryan can get it outside, make a big play.
They don't have a JV team, so. As that one will be handed off, and
And
we'll have some trickery of our own, and wide open.
There it is.
And here we go towards the 5, and it'll be a 1st and goal for Rhinebeck. So the trickery works to perfection. Pedro Peter Cueto hands out to Mike Colasante, and he throws an absolute perfect pass to Matt Portaro, and that's exactly what Rhinebeck needs. They're gonna have 1st and goal from the 5, and their offense is meant for the goal situation.
Yeah, definitely. With those safeties being up so far, they got them to bite a little bit, do it over the top for a big game.
So, first pass for positive yards completed by Rhinebeck, and it's by the running back, Colasante.
No, here. Oh, okay.
See if Ryan can punch it in.
And it'll be Cueto who will score, and the keeper. Touchdown, Rhinebeck, Pedro Peter Cueto. So just one play on the 1st and goal from the 5, and they score. And that play, that was 13, right? Colasante.
Yeah,
was him or Galern. I think it was Colasante who threw it.
Yeah, Ryan gets just what they needed right before the half, a big turnover on defense and a score. Let's see if they can get one more stop and another possible score.
So the trickery, 45-yard pass from Colasante to Matt Cortaro sets up the 5-yard touchdown run for Pedro Peter Cueto, and Kenny Soriano will add the extra point. So it is 14-7. Rhinebeck has a touchdown and extra point, and Tuckahoe has 2 touchdowns, a missed 2-point conversion, and a 2-point conversion, and we're 14-7, a whole new ball game than it was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, great turn of events for Rhinebeck, and let's see if they can get one more stop and another score before halftime with 2:24 to go.
So we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, we'll get to see Rhinebeck kick off for the first time. Kenny Soriano will kick off following his extra point. Tuckahoe is moving up.
Yeah, that was very important for Rhinebeck to get that score and that stop, because Tuckahoe was getting the ball to start the second half.
So they were lined up in normal formation. Rhinebeck is in normal formation, and Tuckahoe is afraid they might onside kick, so they pull everybody up, and they'll just kick it long, and the one guy back will have to field it, and it will be fielded by Jalen LeBoy, and he will get by one Rhinebeck defender and another, and he'll be taken down as we'll have 2-3 flags on the field. So a couple penalties to sort out. So he was taken down at the 45. Holding, blocking the back maybe. Holding against Tuckahoe. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
This is the most important possession of the game for Rhinebeck on defense.
And they'll only be a minute, inside 2 minutes, as it's unofficially 1:44.
And the indication on the field was a holding penalty against Tuckahoe.
Occurred on the 45, and to push him back to the 35, 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Actually, it'll be on the 37.
10 for the Tigers.
So,
now from their own 38-yard
as you said,
line.
another huge,
Penalty.
the newest, biggest, because basically when they got that turnover, that was the biggest, that was a big play there, because they were down 14-0, and you can't go down 3 scores, so, and they got that interception right away.
Yeah.
But now you also have a big play.
Yeah, so let's see if Rhinebeck can get this last stop before the half and get the ball back and try to make a play.
But you also have, you won't have much time if they're able to do that, but is this one, because they only have 1 timeout, and that's a completed pass to Tuckahoe. They have 2 timeouts left, and Rhinebeck has 1 to Eric Segura. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the Tuckahoe 44.
Goes for about 5 yards. It'll bring up second down.
With the clock moving. Inside 2 minutes. No huddle once again as all the players look at their wristband that has the coaches, the plays on it, and we'll get a reverse and they'll throw it. Will Williams, a flawless pass, and the best thing for Tuckahoe was he went out of bounds to Justin Lee, who's listed as the backup quarterback, but he's playing wide receiver. And
yeah, let's see if Coach Nick Yanello's defense can start getting some more pressure, send some more blitzes, try to throw their offense off.
So both teams have wide receivers have passes.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the running back who threw it did Colasanti, but there was Darren Williams who had the 49-yard touchdown catch. He threw that pass, and it wasn't the prettiest pass, but it got the first down of 5-6 yards, and Annunziata will air it out, and he's got a man, and Williams again, and he makes the catch again, and he'll get denied his second touchdown reception of the day as he's tackled by the last man, Pedro Peter Cueto. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10 for Tuckahoe as Deron Williams with a nice, basically stopped and made the catch, Williams.
Matt Annunziata with loads of time to throw the ball. Rhinebeck needs to put pressure on the quarterback if they want to win this game.
Should be they'll say 1st and 10 from the 11, almost the 10.5. And they'll stop Annunziata as they snuff that out right away. Tuckahoe will call timeout, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Rhinebeck 9. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
And they call a timeout.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw. It is 2nd and 7 from the Rhinebeck.
Fumble.
There, fumble and a flag thrown too. Had to be on the offense, right? Illegal man in motion.
Yeah.
But that would be blown dead. But nonetheless, Annunziata recovered.
Yeah, illegal motion.
Annunziata fumbled it and then recovered it himself. But if Rhinebeck recovers that, obviously it's declined and you get the ball back.
Yeah.
But instead, Annunziata is able to wrestle it away, and that's when you're a strong quarterback like him.
Yeah, penalties still killing Tuckahoe. They have the lead, but penalties still holding them back from expanding their lead.
Penalties killing both teams.
Yeah, definitely.
As it'll be 3rd. They declined it because it would have illegal shift. It would have been a 5-yard penalty. It would have been 2nd and 12. Instead, it's 3rd and 10. So that's smart for Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 from the 11 as opposed to 2nd and 12 from the 13.
Yeah, let's see if Rhinebeck can get a big stop here and dig deep on defense.
Cruise play.
Wow, it's a catch and a touchdown.
They handed it off in the backfield, and then they threw a touchdown. That was crazy. That was a throw by Williams. They handed it off to him behind the line of scrimmage, and then Williams did a jump pass to Lee, and that is such a rare play.
Yeah, the trickery by Tuckahoe works once again.
But that kind of play you never see, like a straight run and then a jump throw.
Yeah, let's see.
So Lee catches it. The quarterback, listed as the backup quarterback, but he's a wide receiver as well. Justin Lee caught it, and a 9-yard touchdown pass thrown by Williams. His second completion, and he's the wide receiver, and he runs here, and they'll have a penalty, but it'll just be declined, and it'll be no good, 20-7. So about 23 seconds to go in this half, 20-7, and it'll be declined, so it won't be the 2-point conversion, no good. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Rhinebeck trailing by 13 with 23 seconds to go in this half. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and you just mentioned that if you were Rhinebeck, they've been doing a great job, Tuckahoe, of keeping it away from Cueto on the returns, as he returned to kick the first play from scrimmage last week against Pine Plains, and Tuckahoe knows that. But you would say even to pitch it back to him on this spot too. But then you risk a possible fumble. But if they could do it cleanly, and they'll not even allow that because it would be too far, as Quartarone will return it to the 38, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 37, and we'll see. They should. I mean, try something here where they could maybe get a big run. Or, I mean, they have one timeout left. So does Tuckahoe, but that doesn't matter right now.
Trying to get something maybe to the sidelines.
And then where
get a little closer, then try for a bigger play.
Yeah, big pass, or we've seen them do trickery. So they could do trickery again. As the trickery was huge, that's how they scored their touchdown. It led to the 5-yard run. Is that the trick pass from Cole Asante?
Yeah, look for the safeties to be a little more on the toes this time, though.
Trick plays on both sides have been the difference. That was the last touchdown for Tuckahoe, and that trick play where they threw the jump pass by Deron Williams. And they'll run Cueto with the sweep. And he busted out to the side, and he'll get to midfield now. And he'll be tackled at the 45 with 6 seconds to go. They'll spot it, and they will.
That's the big play they needed to put themselves in position for one more play.
The clock will stop while they
have a timeout.
set it, but they'll lose their final timeout as because with only 6 seconds left, they probably would only have time. Wait, that's the final play of halftime. As there was less than the clock. The clock said there was only.
So the official clock was different.
The official clock had like maybe 6 or 7, which they knew. And there was actually 13. So stick around for halftime. We'll have a Hall of Fame ceremony and then try to interview Ryan Pennell either now or later, but nonetheless it should be after that. But we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Coming up next will be the halftime ceremony for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony of former star pitcher Ryan Pennell, who was drafted and played in the Tampa Bay Rays system for a couple of years. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
A 2010 graduate of Rhinebeck, Ryan Pennell's athletic career was a stellar one. A member of the varsity basketball team for 4 years, Ryan was an immediate contributor to the program. His size and quickness made him an offensive threat, but the well-rounded post player was also impressive on defense, rebounding and defending the basket down low. He was an all-league starter all 4 years of high school. Ryan's feats on the hardwood were only surpassed by his presence on the baseball diamond. A true force on the mound, he led his team to many victories. He ended his career with a 21-6 record on the mound, including a junior season when he went 9-0 with a .44 ERA. That season, Ryan set the school and Section 1 record for strikeouts with 136, including a 21 strikeout performance against rival Blind Brook. He also recorded 4 no-hitters that year and batted .471 while leading his team to the sectional semifinals. His accolades are impressive: All-League 4 years, All-Section 3 years, and All-State in his junior and senior year. He participated in the East Coast Pro Invitational in 2009 and was a Rawlings USA Top 200 high school player and Rawlings All-Region player in that same year. Ryan's successful high school career earned him a Division I scholarship to Elon University. At Elon, Ryan was as successful in the classroom as he was on the field, being named to the Dean's List and President's List and named an academic All-Southern Conference team. On the mound, Ryan played an important role as a relief pitcher, being placed on the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Stopper of the Year watch list. A highlight of his career, Ryan was the winning pitcher in a 5-4 NCAA regional victory over UNC Wilmington after tossing 2 scoreless innings. In 2014, Ryan was drafted in the 22nd round by the Tampa Bay Rays. After a short stint in the minor leagues, including a spot on the Hudson Valley Renegades, Ryan now works for the Tampa Bay Rays as a video coordinator of baseball operations. Congratulations to Ryan Pennell, Rhinebeck class of 2010 and 2017 Athletic Hall of Fame inductee.
Back here on the LMC Varsity Sports halftime show, we're here with Ryan Pennell. And Ryan, what an honor it is for you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame after having a great career in the baseball diamond and the basketball court.
Absolutely. Going to Rhinebeck was an unbelievable experience. I got to play 3 sports, and it was just a great time. The people here, coaches, faculty, staff, just really shaped who I was as an athlete and as a person. I couldn't have been more grateful.
And it didn't matter that it was a smaller school. You were able to come from a smaller school like Rhinebeck and go to Division I program like Elon and then be drafted by the Rays. You were able to make your mark here, and it was that was able to, even though it was a smaller school.
Yeah, I mean, in high school especially, I heard that a lot. You go to a small school, but at the end of the day, if you put in the work and you really want it, then you can make it happen. So.
And now, after a couple years in the minors with the Rays, you're still working for them. Tell us about your role working for the Rays.
I am. I'm very fortunate that the Rays wanted to keep me around, even though I couldn't really stick around on the diamond. But now I get to watch baseball every day, and right now I kind of just oversee kind of our video scouting process, and it's a ton of fun.
And not to put you on the spot too much, but is there any one particular moment in high school that stands out as a top, high school athletic achievement for you?
I mean, there was a lot, and I just playing with all my friends every day was a great time. One that sticks out was probably freshman year. We made it to the sectional finals for baseball, and it's just a true testament to what a great group of guys can do, and it was a ton of fun, and I'll never forget that especially, but even throughout my 4 years, a ton of great moments. So.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following a great halftime ceremony with Ryan Pinnell and his induction into the Hall of Fame here at Rhinebeck alongside Elijah Ware. I'm Charlie McGraw, and Kenny Soriano will kick off, and 21-7 is a manageable hole to climb out of, but what do they have to do to come back and win this game for Rhinebeck?
Oh, they definitely have to step it up on defense and continue to work their offense and move the ball. They have to attack the gaps. The 7s and 8 holes are open. Also, they have to get the ball over the top. They got 1 touchdown, and that's off a pass over the top. If they can find a way to get the ball out and do that, they have a shot.
Not only was it a 45-yard pass by the running back Mike Colasante on a trickery play, and then a 5-yard TD run by Pedro Peter Cueto. I think it was his 6th of the season. It actually might have been a 7th, not sure who scored the touchdown against Haldane, but a 5-yard TD run as he had 5 touchdowns last week. He almost had 6, but the official got his way on an interception. This one is a sweep to Williams, and Darren Williams takes it for about 1-2 yards, and that's a better job. He had a couple of problems covering that in the first half.
Yeah, let's see the adjustments that Rhinebeck made on both offensively and defensively coming out of halftime. See if maybe they can come back and get a big win on their homecoming.
See if they listened during the locker room speech for Coach Iannello.
Yeah.
As it'll be a fake and a keeper by Annunziata, and he'll get a first down and more to midfield. Annunziata with a 17-yard run. Matt Annunziata, and it'll be a first down Tuckahoe from the 48, and that's just a good play by Annunziata. He broke about 4 or 5 tackles.
Yeah, Annunziata still running strong. They're still attacking that six hole. So let's see if they continue to do that for the rest of the game.
And they'll fake the sweep and then just hand it off, and a burst of speed from the running back, Alex Marcovini, and he'll get his first carry of the game, and he'll go out at the 2. So Marcovici, listed as a fullback, he didn't carry it once in the first half, and that's a 47-yard run down to the Rhinebeck 1-yard line.
Yeah, without him carrying the ball in the first half, they probably threw the defense off guard.
He basically went untouched until he was pushed out of bounds, too.
Yeah, attacking that 5 hole and that 6 hole.
More like, they said he stepped out before they got pushed out at the 1, so he stepped out at about the 3. So it'll be first and goal from the 3, and this is a huge hole Rhinebeck will have to stop, and Marcovici 2 runs for him now, and the first one was for 46, and that one's a 3-yard touchdown run. So Marcovici with a 3-yard touchdown run, and that's not the start Rhinebeck wanted, as it'll be 1 minute and 21 seconds, and increase in Tuckahoe's lead by maybe 6 or 8, as they'll go for 2 again, as they don't have a kicker for an extra point. Haven't used one.
Yeah, Rhinebeck had a big play on the first play out of halftime, but after that they fell apart. Let's see if they can get a stop on this extra point.
2-point conversion will be handed off to Williams, and he'll drag the defender into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So Deron Williams with the 2-point the 2-point conversion, and it is a 28-7 lead for the Tigers. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the 1 minute 21 second yard. That's all it took for the Tigers to score and increase their lead. And at this return, as it's a squib kick that was heading out of bounds, but picked up by Evan Falco and taking it to the 40. So 10-yard return for Falco. It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 40, and a quick score would be just what they need here.
Yeah. Let's see if Cueto can get the ball out. Let's see what Coach Iannello has up his sleeve offensively. Let's see if he can spread the defense out and get something over the top. The safeties are still sucking in, expecting to run. We changed up the formation. They're now in the shotgun to start the second half.
Only in the shotgun about a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times. And so it'll be in the shotgun, and he'll keep it. And Cueto will be able to make it with his feet. That's what he was. He's listed. Well, now he's a quarterback, but he was listed as a running back before the year. And last year he was a running back.
Yeah.
So he gets 5 yards, and that's good play. Simon out of the shotgun there. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from their own 46.
Yeah. Let's see if Rhinebeck can get some more momentum. It's still a long game, down by 3 touchdowns. See if they can make some plays to get back in this.
Still a decent amount of time with the 12-minute quarters and the and here there's 9:50 and counting. They'll fake the run to Simon, and Cueto will air it out. He's got a man, and he's dropping it. It is not caught, as it was an incomplete pass. He had a shot at it. Did Mike Colasanti, but
as we can see, Cueto
overthrew him.
Yeah, Cueto has a cannon. Let's see.
Yeah,
he just needs to air it out a little bit and take some chances. That's the only way.
Maybe some
they have a chance to win.
Play action again on this play, or maybe a keeper for him could work too.
Yeah, he has to test out the secondary of Tuckahoe to see if they can make some plays and make a comeback.
Need 5 yards. They've always gone to the right. Maybe if they could run to the left.
Yeah.
Here, the pressure. There's not many to the left. And, oh my God! Snuffed out from the beginning. Was the run. They went to the right again, and Tuckahoe knew it was coming, and Ben Galern was stopped for a loss of 4 yards, so it'll be 4th and 8, and they're thinking of something. I mean, you're down 21 points. You're on your own 40. It's all the way back to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 10, and they'll punt it.
Yeah, they'll punt it.
They thought about it, but
there's still a little too much time to go for it.
And there was too much. It was 4th and 10. There was just 3rd and 5, and then it became 4th and 10 on that play.
Yeah, they're on their own side of the field too.
I don't like that play call because it was a run to the right, and they didn't stop the blitz. The blitzers, it's good defense once again by Tuckahoe, touching the punter. That could have been that, and then it'll bounce all the way to so it rolled about 10 yards after not getting a lot of air, but it'll be the 28-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Tuckahoe 28, where the Tigers will start. And
let's see if Rhinebeck can get a big stop on defense. They're still in this game with 8:55 to go in the 3rd. Let's see if they can get a big stop on defense to try to gain some momentum back. Maybe another interception. That would definitely help them.
Tuckahoe puts another score up, though. That could be the final.
Yeah, that would be devastating.
Make it 28-point game, 35-7. That might be too much for them to climb, especially the way Tuckahoe's defense been playing.
Yeah, definitely. Big quarterback,
Matt Annunziata.
Yeah.
And hands it off here to Reed Martin. Gets his 2nd carry of the game, and that will be 5 yards. He's 2nd and 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tuckahoe just started running the ball and trying to eat up the clock and get out of here with the win.
Still a good amount of time. Only about 4 minutes gone by here, so you still have 20 minutes to go in the game. This game, but Rhinebeck needs to try and force a fumble, or
Yeah.
they're going to do that. And Tuckahoe needs to take care of the ball. And that's offsides.
Oh, what do you got there,
False start first. Good job as Coach Illinois. I think it was against Brandon Bells. So it looked like Lou Casella jumped. He had the interception.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think the referees were looking at the guy going in motion.
I think before the offsides, they got the false start.
Okay.
So it was actually 2nd and 3, and now it's 2nd and 8 on the 5-yard penalty.
Okay. Looks like Tuckahoe's looking for another big play.
Annunziata, high snap, he
There it
gets
is.
it and floats it across the middle, and it'll be taken down.
First down.
Yeah, first down as they spotted it where the momentum was. Jalen LeBoy, another catch, and is it a 3 or 4 now, and it'll be 1st and 10. As they tackled him and pushed him back, according to the officials. So it'll be 1st and 10. Either way, it was going to be very close. It would have been about 3rd and 1, maybe.
Yeah, Tuckahoe's still keeping the pace high and fast. Running the next play.
So Annunziata,
Oh, and an interception.
deflected, and it's picked off. Great pressure by the defense, but they haven't put the pressure on him much. And that time they do, and it was forced by Gennaro Bianco and Joseph Jukum as Tyler Simon with the interception. And the 3rd interception of the day. I mean, when they throw as much as they do, you gotta not expect it, but it's gonna happen.
And there's that other interception we were just talking about. So let's see if Rhinebeck can make a big play and get themselves back into the game.
We thought they would maybe have to force a fumble. You suggested they don't pass anymore, really.
Yeah.
And the second time they're passing in a row on 1st and 10, and they would want to, keep their momentum with the passes, but instead, as this time they got Cueto wrapped up as they faked it, and Michael Asante and Cueto is sacked by Eric Segura.
The Rhinebeck offensive line has to step up and start making some plays. Take some pride in protecting their quarterback. Give them some running lanes, some passing lanes.
2nd and 17 for the Panthers.
Go to number 9, Pete.
Rhinebeck lines up in the wing T once again.
And they'll flip it, and it'll be stopped again. Tackled by Brandon Bells. Couldn't stop him. He got it easy. So it'll be 3rd and 20.
See if Rhinebeck can get a screen pass here. Try to pick up some of these yards back and maybe make a push for it on 4th down.
Come on, Rhinebeck! They have 20 yards to the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and their own, actually 21. Cueto has it. He makes one guy miss, and he'll get 2 yards. And it'll be 4th and 19 from their own 41. And they'll
Let's see.
punt.
Rhinebeck goes into punt once again.
Just too many yards to make up. 4th
Yeah, it's
and
been
19.
a dreadful day for their offense. They're constantly in the hole. They don't even have any reasonable 4th downs to even try and go forward with 4th and 20s and 4th and 15s.
It's been the Tuckahoe defensive line. The offensive line hasn't been able to stop them.
Yeah.
All the pressure. A couple of sacks, but a lot of runs for losses as the punt by Taro is stopped by Simon down at the 31 of Tuckahoe, so that's where they'll start over as Rhinebeck running out of time. 5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and some good pressure, back-to-back defensive plays, albeit the last play caused an interception after a 3 and out where Rhinebeck lost, did negative 11 yards as they lost 11 yards and then punted. But good pressure there by the safety, Ben Galern.
Yeah, it's a shame Ryneck couldn't capitalize on that big turnover that they got.
They took over at midfield.
Yeah.
So Annunziata will pitch, and it'll be taken by Peter Gherkin, second run of the day, and he'll have 3rd and 5 as he had a good run there. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for 3rd and 6 from their own 34.
This could be a big stop for Ryneck right here. They get this stop on 3rd down. Hopefully get a tackle for a loss. Make it a tough 4th down decision for Tuckahoe.
They would punt. They haven't punted once today. Annunziata will float it to the open man, and he'll be short though. Will Markovici, and
if I'm Coach Tom Mitri, I go for it here.
And the catch on the play by number 22.
And they
Alex
are.
Markovici.
With the lead and the way your offense has been making plays today, you go for it. Try to put your foot on their throat.
Right, they haven't punted once and they haven't attempted an extra point. They've gone for 2 every time. 4th and 5. The only thing is, which they have to, they squib kicked every time when they kicked off.
Right.
I haven't really seen a pure kick play. Annunziata with the back right next to him is Markovici, and he'll air it out. Annunziata, big play here, and it is caught. What a catch! A huge catch by Zagora as Derek Ramirez had the coverage. He was right there, was Derek Ramirez, but Segura, it was a huge air mail pass from Annunziata, and Segura made the great catch of 30 yards.
Yeah, it seems like every time Tuckahoe needs to make a play, they make it.
30 yards. I should make it about they were on what, the 36? Yeah, so that was a 30-yard catch. 30.
Big quarterback keeps it.
Annunziata, and there's a flag though, holding. And this one should be coming back as there's a flag holding, no touchdown. There's no touchdown as it's holding.
Just outside the goal line.
So I don't think he needed to hold him.
Down on the field, and the indication is a hold against the Tigers.
So that'll push him back 10 yards from that. So it'll be a 1st and 20 from the 40.
Yeah, let's see if Ryneck can get a stop. They desperately need a stop. That last play was so demoralizing defensively. It's probably sucked the wind out of them. Definitely sucked the wind out of the stadium.
Following the
4th and 5, yeah.
off from the spot of the foul, it will once again be 1st down for Tuckahoe.
The way that pass came out, it looked like Ramirez had the advantage, but the catch by Segura, the 30-yard play, and then that's a break as the holding negates the would-be touchdown run. Nobody in the backfield. They'll throw here. Annunziata will scramble. He'll make a man miss as he'll stiff him, and that could be another penalty.
And the carry by number 8, Matt Annunziata.
Another hold against Tuckahoe. Back-to-back holds. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the 34 where the holds occurred. So it'll be 1st and 24. I don't think they'll decline it. It would be 2nd and 12. 1st and 24.
Yeah, you got to take that. It might save you a little time declining it, but I think you got to take the yards.
And the indication on the field was a hold against Tuckahoe.
Yeah, so 1st and 24 from the Ryneck 44.
Penalty will once again be 1st down.
While all this is going on, there's inside 3 minutes to go in this quarter. 2:53 and counting now.
Clock is ticking for Ryneck. They're running out of time. They need to make a big play and quick.
Gotta make sure they don't use their timeouts when they don't have to, too. As this one will be run by the fullback, and he'll be stopped by Tyler Simon, and that was DeLeo. So it'll be 2nd and
Tuckahoe carry on the play by number 42, Rob DeLeo.
20.
Ryneck really needs to start taking chances about now. They need to start going for the ball, strips, interceptions.
Tuckahoe wisely runs it again. So it'll be now 2nd and 17, as it was 2nd and 22 there. No, 3rd and 16, excuse me. And it'll be 3rd and 16 from the Ryneck 35.
Rob DeLeo.
And it's 4 down territory because they're not going to punt.
Picks up about 8. It'll bring up 3rd down.
and the end of the third quarter as the clock was 2 minutes off. So we'll be right back as they'll switch sides. And it'll be third and 14 when we come back for Tuckahoe on the Rhinebeck 35.
The Booster Club would like to announce a 96-yard
Back here at LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw, and it is 3rd and 15 for Tuckahoe from the Rhinebeck 35. And quick pass from Annunziata is picked off by Simon, the second of the game, and he'll run this back towards midfield on the far sideline. Is that the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10? Touchdown, Rhinebeck! Tyler Simon with the 65-yard interception return, and that is exactly what Rhinebeck needs.
Definitely.
Entering this quarter, it was looking very dim, but now it's within a 2-score game.
Yeah, it's a ball game again now with Tyler Simon making another interception and returning for the touchdown.
Huge play by Tyler Simon, his second of the game, and not only was it a nice interception on the 3 deflections, but what a run back.
Definitely.
He made 3 or 4 guys miss, and he worked the sideline perfectly.
Yeah. And he showcased his speed on that one too, outrunning the entire team.
Absolutely. So Rhinebeck gets some hope here. That was the 3rd and 4th interception of the day.
And blocked.
It was a bad, the snap was bobbled by the holder, John Correa, and then Soriano hesitated to kick it as the ball wasn't down, and then when he did, it was blocked.
Yeah.
It wasn't able to set, so it wasn't Soriano's fault there, and it'll be, we'll be right back as Rhinebeck's now down by 15. Back here at LMC Varsity Sports following the 65-yard interception touchdown return. A pick 6 by Tyler Simon makes this a 28-13 game after the botched snap on the extra point, and then the last-second attempt by Soriano was blocked. He'll kick off, squib it towards the sidelines, and that'll be a penalty. So they'll go out of bounds. It'll be placed on the 40. Almost like a half-hearted onside kick there.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to get the ball back, the onside kick, but
out of bounds.
it was a fail.
He was trying to get it to stop basically around there where nobody was, but the sideline got in the way, and that's a pretty hard thing to do.
Right.
For a football to get a football to stop. I think they just place it on, that's actually no big deal because they just place it on the
40.
35 in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 35 in high school, so. And it went out on the 30, so.
Okay. Let's see if Rhinebeck can get a big stop here. Give the offense some more momentum when they get the ball back so they can get a possible score before the 5-minute mark.
35-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10.
Yeah, the defense has been doing a better job since the first touchdown they gave up to like a minute and a half in this half. They've been doing better. As getting late on the field was Nick Sagone. As Annunziata throwing again, but now he'll run it, and he'll get to the he'll get a 6-yard gain. A late penalty against Tuckahoe.
Penalties really hurting Tuckahoe.
On the carry for Tuckahoe, number 8, Matt Annunziata. There was a flag on the play for unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness, another one. They had a couple in the first quarter.
That moves,
third one.
That moves Tuckahoe back.
Is this a late block or something?
Yeah.
Penalty will be marked off, 15 yards.
Weird.
Where it'll be first down for Tuckahoe.
Don't see that called much against an offense.
Yeah, this puts Rhinebeck in a great position to get a stop and get the ball back.
So it'll be 1st and 18. Almost. Yeah, because it's from the spot of the foul. So it was after the 5-yard gain. It was right at where the gain was. And this will be a 5-yard gain, almost back to the line of scrimmage, but not quite for Alex Marco Vici. So it'll be 2nd and
Tuckahoe carry on the play, number 22, Alex
14.
Marco Vici.
As it was just about 1st and 18 or 19.
Yeah.
So 11 minutes unofficially. Because last time they were about 2 minutes off. So, but they do have a 4-minute warning, so we'll know when there's 4 minutes left. But right now it's about 10:55.
Rhinebeck bringing pressure.
And that's good as it makes Annunziata throw it right away. And they'll stop him back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10 as that was a 4-yard completion to Eric Segura, about his 5th or 6th catches. You and I were discussing they've thrown the ball almost 35, 40 times now.
Yeah.
And Annunziata has 4 interceptions. He's thrown a touchdown pass. Throwing a touchdown pass at a 2-yard touchdown return.
Yeah, big third down for Ryneck. See if they can get a stop.
He has 2 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions, and a 2-yard touchdown run. And also, Deron Williams threw a touchdown. And he also threw a 2-point conversion.
Tyler Simon lined up on the left side.
He has 2 interceptions,
run away from
including the pick 6. And barely on his feet was Gherkin. That looks like a hold again as the penalty flag is thrown. You got to decline it because it'll be 4th and 7. But very interesting because
the indication is for a holding penalty against Tuckahoe.
I think that was a late. I think it was arguing. I think it was so that'll push them back, but that should be a loss of downs. So it should be about 4th and maybe 15 or 20. It depends on the way the rule changes. Because it looks like the coach was arguing maybe the where it was thrown. That's how it has to be.
This will be a big stop for Ryneck. They can get this stop and get the ball back before the 8-minute mark. Give them time to get another score, another stop, and possibly another score.
Why are they asking? So they'll push Tuckahoe back. Holding the first call.
Decline.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Indication was a
Second
holding
call.
penalty against Tuckahoe and an unsportsmanlike conduct also against Tuckahoe.
I guess since they get both penalties, so instead of it being a 4th and 6 when they decline, it'll now be, they'll combine those 2 penalties. So it'll be, instead of being a 4th and 6 if you decline, they make it like 2 15-yard penalties, so 30-yard loss basically. So it's now 3rd and 35, which is fine, but
deep pass coming.
Yeah, Annunziata will be sacked as he couldn't get rid of it. So he'll be sacked about at the line of scrimmage by Branca.
The captain.
Francisco Branca, the anchor of the defense. And he'll get the sack, so it'll be 4th and that. And we'll see a punt team for the first time. And it'll be the kickoff man, Jack
stop by Ryneck.
It'll bring up 4th down and long for the Tigers.
Huge stop.
I don't have Cueto back to wait. Do they not have a punter? They don't have a punter. This is crazy. 4th. He all punted out of the quarterback formation, and they'll get out of the way, and it'll go out at the 42. So Ryneck will take over on the Tuckahoe 42. As the quarterback punted it at about 30 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ryneck on the Tuckahoe 42 with 9:08 to go and enough time for 2 scores.
Yeah, they get the ball in great field position on their side of the field. Let's see if they can punch it in and get a score before the 8-minute mark. Hopefully get the ball in Simon's hands. He's been their playmaker for today.
A lot of that on defense, but on offense he's had some good runs as well. The offense hasn't been as electric against when they put up 39 against the Pine Plains, but they've had to do it with their defenses. They scored the pick 6.
Yeah, Tuckahoe's safeties are up high once again.
For giving up 28 points, the defense has had some big stops and big plays. And we got a late penalty. It looked like it was taunting. That's a good call, as it looked like he did say something when he tackled him.
Yeah, the penalties are adding up. The penalties are adding up for Tuckahoe.
They have a lot now.
Yeah, it could come back to hurt them in the end. Let's see.
I saw that. The official waited and then decided to throw it. They've had about 4 or 5 unsportsmanlike conducts. About 5 or 6. It's a lot.
No, start playing soccer. Stop playing football. It's ridiculous.
Why are you playing? Oh, really?
So it'll be first and that's a 15-yard penalty again. They've had a lot of 15-yard penalties.
Yeah.
And after the 15-yard mark-off, it'll be first down and 10 for the Black Hats inside Tuckahoe's 30-yard line.
So a 15-yard penalty, and Rhinebeck gets another. It's a break. 5 or 6. It's crazy. 5 or 6 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties now on Tuckahoe. A couple in the first quarter, and then delay handoff is taken by Simon, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Goes for no gain, it'll bring up 2nd down.
Seems like Rhinebeck can't get their running game going today. They try to run up the middle, it's not working. They try to hit the 7 and 8s. It works a little. The only way they're gonna score is if they could get it over the top.
Let's go, Rhinebeck!
Let's see what Cueto does. They continue to run up the middle, and it's not working.
It's gotta be holding.
Play number 28, Tyler Simon. However, we have a flag down on the field.
I understand sticking to your game plan, but it comes a point you have to go with what's necessary to win. What's working.
Tyler
And the indication was a holding penalty against the Black Hats.
So it'll be 2nd and 20. I don't think the officials appreciate the clapping from the Tuckahoe because all the penalties that
You see, it's football, man.
They've got all the penalties now.
There's emotions going on out there. There's people playing their hearts out. You gotta let them go a little bit.
They haven't looked like bad calls, the ones that gone against Tuckahoe. It's been Tuckahoe's fault. So it'll be 2nd and 20 from the 39.
And there goes the pass.
And Cueto will air it out, and it'll be caught at the 3-yard line by Mike Colasanti. Double coverage, but a perfect pass from Cueto. His best of the day, and a huge play as it'll set up first and goal from the 4 with 7:27 to go, trailing by 15.
Yeah, big play. There's the pass that we were talking about. And now they're at the 3-yard line. Hopefully they can punch it in.
So second big play to Colasanti. He had a catch. So that one's about 40 yards as it was from the 43.
Yeah.
It goes to the 3. He had another one for 45 before. Timeout Tuckahoe. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 5:18 to go. Timeout Tuckahoe as they reset the clock so we know exactly there's 5:18.
Okay.
So it's a lot less than it looked like. As it'll be a keeper by Cueto and he'll be stopped. Last time they had a big play was actually the one I was saying was a 45-yard pass on a trick play by Colasanti. He didn't catch it as he just caught it for 40 yards. The next play after that, Cueto ran 5 yards TD run. This time he just ran for about back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's see if Rhinebeck can punch it in on this play to save them some time. Time is very precious right now at this point in the game with the score being the way it is.
They do have their 3 timeouts in the 4-minute warning, and he'll be stopped again. What defense by Tuckahoe, because he'll get to about the half-yard line. Yeah. So it'll be 3rd and about...
Carry again by number 8, Pedro
3rd and goal. Still 3rd and goal, but it's about from the 1 now. It was started from the 3.5. Now it's on the 2, and then it was on the 2. Now it's on the 1. So
yeah, Rhinebeck has to punch it in quick to save themselves some time. Time is running out. They need another stop and another score after this.
And they have to make sure they punch it in.
Yeah.
And he'll do it again. And this time it looks like he got it, and he did. Touchdown! Pedro Cueto, 1-yard run, and Rhinebeck leads. Rhinebeck trails by 9 now. See, the thing is,
I'd go for 1 here.
You have to go for 1 because last time was the thing. Because if you miss the 2 here, then it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, but remember earlier, a field goal got blocked.
Snap, so. Right? The extra point.
So you take your chances with whatever.
This is must. Yeah. Soriano's there. You got to make it now, or the game.
It's over.
Yeah. Looks like they're going for 2 though, with Soriano, the kicker, lined up to the left.
Oh, wow. 13 with the offside.
False start.
False start.
Now they gotta kick it.
Yeah.
Now you have to kick it.
And prior to the snap, there was
Because
a
it would
penalty
be-
on the field
it would be
for a false start
from the 7 now.
Yeah.
So you gotta kick it. Yeah, now they're getting the T. You gotta kick it. Even though it's a little longer kick, it would be 6 yards to get in for the 2 as opposed to 3 yards. Or 7 yards, excuse me. So it's 28-19 pending the extra point as Cueto has 2 touchdowns now, a 5-yard and that. The snap is better. The kick is just good. It looked like it was going wide and short. Instead, it hung up in the air and it was just good.
Kenny Soriano with the big kick.
Extra point from 24 following the penalty, and it is an 8-score game, 1 possession. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw, and it'll be it's a 1 possession game, 28-20 following the extra point that looked like it was going wide left and it hooked in and just over. And it'll be another square kick towards the out of bounds. They're looking for it again, so it'll be a penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tuckahoe 35. And that's where the Tigers will take over just before the 4-minute warning.
And on the kickoff,
Only good thing is nothing comes off the clock. So they'll get that 4-minute warning, which will stop, and you have 3 timeouts.
Yeah. Tuckahoe 35-yard
So a little room for error.
And 10 for the Tigers.
But the key thing is you have the 3 timeouts.
Yeah, Rhinebeck needs a big stop here. They need to use their timeouts wisely. They have a 4-minute warning right now that helps them out.
Actually, the 4-minute warning just happened now, so that I guess it happened at the end, so there won't be a stoppage for that now.
Another turnover would be excellent for Rhinebeck. See if Cueto can make a defensive play.
So Nunziata lined up with DeLeo behind him. So it'll be Annunziata. We'll get the snap, handoff to DeLeo, and he'll break through 3 tacklers. He's at the 40. DeLeo is at midfield. The ref almost got in the way of the last Rhinebeck defender, and DeLeo is all the way to the touchdown. And that is basically, that is a dagger. First play, what a run by DeLeo. Don't want to say it's over, but he got by, the ref almost got in Colasante's way there. And then Colasante slowed him down a little, but then he momentum towards the thing. It would look like almost Jerome Bettis stumbling towards the end zone there.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
He did. He got by 3 guys. It looked like they tackled him after a 5-yard gain, but it somehow stayed on his feet, and it was a 65-yard touchdown run. First play for, first touchdown run for him.
And that's heartbreaking for Rhinebeck. They fought hard to get back in the game, and that dims their chances.
Now it'll be a 2-point conversion tries. They haven't done any extra points all game, and they'll continue to go for 2. Nunziata will be scoring. Looked like he was going to get sacked. Instead, he scores the 2-point conversion. So, second 2-point conversion TD run that he scored.
Yeah, still a 2-possession game.
But now Rhinebeck will have to score 2 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
They're down 16, 36-20. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Time is not on Rhinebeck's side. They trail by 16 with 3:44 to go. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Elijah Ware, I'm Sean McGraw. And at this point, they've successly kept it away from Cueto on every kickoff. Why not move Cueto up? Because
that's what I was thinking.
They haven't shown that they can kick it long. I mean, he doesn't kick extra points. He only kicks off and another short kick. I mean, I don't think he can. And they thought about the lateral that you talked about, but the way he ran behind him, he couldn't.
Yeah.
And Tyler Simon's a decent runner. He got about 11 yards. That is as explosive as Cueto.
Rhinebeck needs a quick score.
And by quick, we mean it's 3:37. They need a score in about 2 plays.
Yeah.
About a minute.
Time is not on their
They
side right now.
still have the 3 timeouts. If they need them.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38. So they look to flip it to Cueto, which would have been good, but the way Cueto was going behind, and Simon just took it himself for about
which was
11-yard return. They'll fake it and they'll run it here to Galern, and that's a good hit by Gherkin.
Ben Galern.
Ben Galern back to the line of scrimmage. We talk about how they're not a big throwing team, but I mean, he's thrown some nice passes. With this much time, you can't run that play. You got to throw it.
Right. That's what's been working for them.
Yeah. And they set up the 2 touchdowns, the 2 throwing plays.
Exactly.
One was by a running back, thrown by Colasanti, and then another pass to him, set up the 2 touchdown runs from short. And right here, you got to. Why? I don't understand what's going on here. They fake it to Galern, fake to Simon, and then Colasanti back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're running the ball, keeping the clock moving. You got to get either incompletions or out of bounds.
Well, right now they got to. I mean, the last 2 plays were passing plays, and they didn't pass. This is even a bigger passing play, 3rd and 10. Because it took a minute off the clock.
Right. You got to pass the ball, either get an incompletion or out of
2
bounds
guys
or a
wide.
big play.
Well, and then you got Galern bunched to the left of Cueto. Tuckahoe.
And prior to snap, we made a timeout on the field by the Tigers.
Tuckahoe will take their 2nd timeout right before the snap, a late play. They didn't like what the Rhinebeck was doing. As we'll be right back, LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, final 2:05, and now they'll throw it. Cueto getting attacked though, and he'll float it out to nobody as he gets hit hard. It'll be 4th and 10.
Incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th.
Pressured by Mickey Clark. And offensive line not giving them enough time again.
Yeah, now it's 4th down.
1:52 left. Obviously, they'll go for it. What? They're sending out the punt team?
No way.
It's got to be a fake, but I don't know. Where's Cueto?
There's no way
Cueto's
they're
punting,
punting, right? There's no way they're punting, right?
Somebody's back. You gotta fake it.
It has to be.
Yeah, obviously. Cueto will just run for it. He'll get the blocker, and he will get the first down. So Cueto will get the first down, and he'll get out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Tuckahoe 49.
It will be 1st down and 10 for the Black Hats from just past midfield into Tuckahoe territory.
The clock will stop as he got out of bounds. So 1st and 10 from midfield.
Yeah, under 2 minutes to go. Rhinebeck has to score now and get an onside kick in order to get the ball back and score again.
We said now the clock's running, I guess, because the way he ran out of bounds. Late getting onto the field for Tuckahoe was Cam Lee. I don't know. To Simon. Simon will get out. That should stop the clock, and that was a late hit. And that's 15 yards. That was unintentional.
Yeah.
He ran into him, but that is a thing. I mean, I know you get the first down and you get the penalty, but why are they running?
Yeah, penalties still killing Tuckahoe. Ever since the beginning of the game.
The way they're running this drive, by the time they score, there's going to be like 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's why they need that onside and then Hail Mary, I guess.
Onside kick, yeah.
The important thing is scoring now and getting that 2-point conversion.
Right.
Once
you need the 2-point conversion now.
Once they get
stop them on the 2-point conversion.
Exactly. Once you get the onside kick and you get a chance to have the ball back.
15-yard mark off. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Black Hats from the
Tigers. Gotta throw it here. 1st and 10 from the 24. 120. The clock will run despite the penalty. They're out of bounds. They'll be in shotgun. Simon next to him. 2 men on the left are Danza and Colasanti, and they'll throw it to Colasanti. But looks like there might be a hold there was a flag.
And the pass to Mike Colasante was complete, but there is a flag on the field.
I'm very disappointed in the play caller.
And it's a legal motion against the Black Hats.
Well, it didn't matter anyway because it was a legal motion.
I'm just saying, you're trying to dink and dunk your way down the field. You don't have, time is not on your side. You have to take shots.
When they completed a 45-yard pass by Colasante and a 40-yard pass from Cueto to Colasante.
After the 5-yard mark off on the penalty,
Cueto's showing he can throw it as far as Annunziata from Tuckahoe.
Yeah.
She's throwing the ball pretty far and on target. Cueto will roll. He'll cut it up the middle. He'll cut it up to the far sideline. Nice run by Cueto if he can get by this man, and he does. And that's a late hit. It looked like he was out of bounds, but the Markham that was close to a late hit. It was close. I mean, we're on the far sideline here, but he must have just been on the sideline when he was hit. But after that play, he ran about 45 yards to run 20 yards. And he looked a little shaken up after that.
30 seconds left for Ryneck. They have to score on this play.
From exactly the 10-yard line.
They still have 3 timeouts.
So they can use that for after they get the onside kick, if they get the onside kick.
Okay, call timeout here. They're not. Look. Why wouldn't he call timeout here?
I hope that's not the official clock. Because he got out of bounds. I mean, there's a clock.
I know, right. It's not, It's not supposed to be like we said before. And they'll fake it, then they'll nearly intercept it. Penalty though, could be a pass interference. Yeah, he ran into him.
Pass intended to number 28, Tyler Simon, falls incomplete, but there's a flag down on the field.
They didn't use one time. I mean, if that was running, you had a timeout. What is going on?
The indication is pass interference. Pass interference against Tuckahoe.
It's pass interference from the Tuckahoe.
After the penalty mark-off, it'll be first down and goal.
He said something about the clock too, but I don't know what he was talking about.
Line.
Like run it? That doesn't make sense. Because not only that, it was an incomplete pass. With the running clock and not being in sync, it makes it.
Ryneck has to punch it in now.
Is this the last play? He went like one play. So Cueto has it here.
There's a man open.
Couple guys, he'll float it, and Simon bobbled it, and it looked like it was bobbled, and that was the final play. That's what was signaled. So that'll end the game. So the game's over because that was the final play of the game. As very confusing with the running clock and not being kept on the field. The final score 36-20. And Ryneck had their chances.
Yeah, Ryneck definitely had their chances. That last touchdown by number 42
was DeLeo, Rob DeLeo.
Rob DeLeo was devastating for Ryneck, and that put the nail in the coffin. Very disappointing loss for Ryneck on their homecoming. But I'm pretty sure if they get the chance to see this team again, they'll have a better game plan and they'll go toe-to-toe.
The final score is 36-20. We'll wrap this song up when we get back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on the post-game show, and Elijah, tough loss for Ryneck, even though they never had the lead. There were plays there that didn't go their way, even though they got a lot of calls in their favor. Just a couple plays that they didn't do well was the difference.
Yeah, we talked about in the pregame containing Cueto. Tuckahoe did a great job of that. They played great defense, and they made big plays in the passing game and came out with the victory.
Cueto, who had 5 touchdowns last week, had 2 today on short runs, but it was the difference too. And even though they gave up 36 points, they had 4 interceptions, including a pick 6 by Tyler Simon, did Ryan-Eck. And they played decent for a team who gives up that many points.
Yeah, they definitely fought until the end. That last touchdown by number 42 from Tuckahoe was devastating for them, and they couldn't quite pull it out on their homecoming. But I'm pretty sure they'll learn from this loss and they'll get better.
So now Ryan-Eck is 1-2. Tuckahoe improves to 2-1, and that'll wrap it up from here as it's 36-20 final score. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO Eric Lewis, COO Matt Sullivan, community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. Our camera crew was Kevin Duarte, Chris Lavinia, and Rob Moretti. Once again, for Elijah Ware, I'm Charlie McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.